Welcome to the City Council Workshop for Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. Council President Sparks has called in. She's still working, so she won't be able to make it. Right now, we have a time for public input from citizens may address the council regarding any item of city business that is not on tonight's agenda. Limited to 3 minutes. Do we have any? Seeing none, we'll move forward to general items. We have the appointment of Richard Herr to the Public Works Committee. We have the appointment of Craig Baumgartner to the Police Commission for the remainder of a 3-year term ending April 30th, 2027. He will be, or if he's appointed, he will replace Steve Hurd. Moving forward, executive review. In planning, we have a resolution to approve zone change and zoning map amendment.
Good evening, Council and Mayor. You will have a public hearing next Tuesday, February 11th, for the zone change for the old high school, old middle school on 410 Colorado. I would like to point out it's been publicly noticed, and then there was an article in last week's Laurel Outlook. And so I would suggest, if you've read that, take that into consideration, but that there's press out there. The applicant has been working to talk to the people in the neighborhood about this plan. And so there was a lot of information out there. And the Laurel Outlook got a hold of it and then did a story about it last Thursday. Oh, KTVQ did too. So I was aware of the Laurel Outlook, but I would just say, Council, if you can please keep your yays or nays until the council vote. Listen to the public hearing and then make your deliberations after that. 6:30. It's a council meeting, yeah. Yep, at your next agenda. So with that, that's all I have. We did send out the notices and out to the surrounding people. And you have a recommendation from your zoning commission to approve the zone change. That'll be presented at the public hearing next week. So I have nothing further.
Moving on, Public Works, we have a resolution awarding the bid and authorizing the mayor to execute all contract and related documents for the purchase of a mini excavator from Bobcat of Big Sky, Inc. We have Public Works Director Wheeler here, if you have any questions.
Good evening. So this machine will be replacing one that's just about like it, other than the fact that it's a little bit bigger. And the reason that we would like to purchase this one, rather than the cheaper one, is it's a bigger machine, and the big deal has an extendable boom, so we can dig deeper ditches. It's a very handy machine. The one that we have presently now will be going to a cemetery to reside in that building for mostly digging graves. It's still serviceable. It'll be replacing a backhoe that we had to get rid of last summer for various reasons. Mostly it was broke.
Councilmember Mize.
Thank you. I don't know much about miniature excavators. When primarily do we use one of those?
Okay, so it's a machine that we use a lot. It's used for curb boxes, water line breaks, occasionally for graves. Anytime we have to dig a hole that we do have a real big backhoe, but it's not real convenient for curb boxes in people's yards. And this is a track machine, so it gets into places that are smaller. How's that? Okay.
Councilmember McKay.
Thank you. Is this something that was already allotted for in your budget for this year?
Yes, it was. We've planned on this for a couple of years now. We did put 150,000 in the budget for it. I believe this machine came in at 108 roughly, with all the extra buckets and stuff that we would like to have with it. You bet.
Other questions? Thank you, Matt.
You bet. Have a good evening.
Also, we have Public Works Resolution, a resolution of the City Council authorizing the mayor to execute an independent contractor service contract with True North Contracting. Would you like to explain that?
Yes, I would. So towards the end of last year, we had multiple water breaks that we did not have time to repave the streets, unfortunately, before cold weather hit. There's one on Beartooth, there's one right in front of City Hall. And there was one out on East Maryland that was a culvert replacement. And we really tried hard to get it done. Unfortunately, they closed the asphalt plant before we could get it done. What doing this now is it puts us first on the schedule for next spring with this company to get it done.
Questions? Okay, thank you, Matt. Council issues? Councilmember Mize?
Thank you. Is there any chance that the city attorney is present with us tonight on the phone? Excellent. Okay, so I would like to know either from one of you gentlemen or the city attorney, whoever does, where in the LMC it states that we need a 2/3 majority vote to table an item.
So Member Mize, this is Attorney Brockman and appearing by phone. I'm happy to answer that question for you. That is not codified in the Laurel Municipal Code. That is according to the Roberts Rules of Order, which are the rules of order that we utilize to govern our council meetings. And so supermajority in relationship to any secondary motions is what Roberts Rules of Order contemplates.
Thank you. I would like to read a quote from Robert's Rules of Order that says that a motion to lay on the table requires only a majority vote. And I reached out to Dan Clark this week and asked him if he was under the impression that that was a 2/3 majority. And he replied that he thinks it's also a simple majority vote. So I believe that to follow Robert's Rules of Order, our tabling last week actually stands.
I am certainly happy to look into that if I was mistaken on that. I certainly will be happy to look into that. I'm not sitting right in front of the rules of procedure at this moment, but I will plan to look into that today. I would also have to go back and look at what the vote was on that issue because I believe, although maybe Kurt or the mayor can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that we did not have a majority vote on that.
No, we voted 5-3 to table. last
Okay.
week.
I can certainly look into that, and if that was a mistake on my part, then I will discuss with the executive branch what needs to be done
I would appreciate it. Thank you so much.
to remedy that.
Anything else? Councilmember McKay?
Thank you. I had a request from a constituent that the YouTube link for the live stream of the meetings be shared kind of more on a regular basis on the Facebook page, maybe with a reminder that you have to click the live tab. Because if you go to the YouTube page, it has like all the history ones. And you kind of have to navigate a little bit to get to where the streaming is at. So just so it's a little more visible and public. Would it be possible?
Post as well,
Is it?
yes,
But-
but I can add.
Just-
for
Because
my-
previously, they just show up in the thread. So it was just a request. I wanted to share that. Thank you.
Anything else? Any other items? Attendance at next week's meeting? Any announcements?
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thanks, Richard. We have a park board meeting coming up Thursday evening at 5:30 in this chamber. And I'm not sure if the tree board's going to join us or not, but they're welcome if they'd like to come. Yes.
Councilmember Canopy.
Myself and I believe Michelle will probably attend it. Is
Excellent.
that all right with you, Michelle?
I'd like to.
Look forward to
We will
having
be
you
there.
there.
Anything else? Thank you. We are adjourned.